know if you guys can read that. That's the degrees. That's the temperature it is outside right now. That was a riff from one of my favorite guitarists right now, Alex Cook. And the song is called Whitewash by Wave Types. It's just so sick. I learned that by ear, actually. It's fun. It's a good one. All right, guys. I decided I want to go ahead and make a little update for you guys today. The main, like, cool drone footage, shop footage video, the update I'm going to give for you guys is coming soon. But in 3 full days of work, these guys have pretty much put up a wall and 2 panels on the roof. But today, we've got a crew here doing some more grading, and then we've got my boy Scott over here is doing our electricity stuff. He's got the conduit pre-run for lines. Look at this. Look at this beaut. Nice. Interesting day here at the Shank Shack. We, this morning, got in a little dispute and had our first bad encounter with a neighbor. I wish I had recorded it. Victoria was the one talking to her, and I'll have her be interviewed. Super interesting. So I'm not sure if you guys remember too much of the grading back here, but Poppy Angel, that's what I'm gonna start calling him right now, he and his crew came back and they smoothed out the rest of the backyard, so this is really awesome. We're gonna end up getting a fence made, and we actually have the power company coming out to run a line. Garage is gonna have its own separate power bill pretty much, and so that's gonna be awesome. So we had to make sure this was all graded and ready to go, but this is like now all smooth and stuff like that, and we're gonna end up putting drains with pumps in them. Let's hop over here. I also have tons of questions. You guys have tons of questions, and I've been looking at them, I've been reading comments, but I haven't made like a dedicated Q&A type video, so that's what I want to do today, to answer a lot of y'all's questions that have just, oh my, oh, yo, that is the most dangerous looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, what is that? Yo, this is what they got going over here. We still have so much dirt, and we're just gonna keep adding to it as long as this keeps going. They got this sick new Kubota. I think I need to take this one for a spin now. He's grading this out. He's doing a great job, kind of flattening all this, making it look good. There's just so much that goes into a shop that you just never would think. And honestly, like, I think this is gonna be pretty cool. If any of you guys out there are wanting to build a shop, or have ever just wanted to inquire about it, or just wanted to know how in the world it's done, hopefully all this is showing you that there's a lot more to it than most people realize. It's not just clearing out a bunch of grass and plopping some concrete on it. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Scotty, what you got going on right now, sir?
Start working on the ceiling here a little bit.
Dude, this is nuts. So you just basically just pop some wires up in here and just run them through until they pop out the other side?
Wire bending is a little different. So you got some measurements you gotta remember when you first learn it. You got some straps, 2 foot and 8 foot. Pipe has to be strapped within 10 feet. And so what we do is we come out, measure 2 feet, and then we run a strap at 2 feet, 8 feet, take care of that. And then once we get all this ran, we'll mount a gutter up here, get all the pipes come out the bottom, and then we'll just start pulling wire. And the good thing about this is I can run several circuits in it, so I can put several outlets, maybe 2 outlets on one circuit, so you can start plugging 10 amp, 13 amp devices in there and not sure break.
I'm sure people are gonna wanna know, so what are you gonna do for the like the lifts? Are those these up here, or those for the lights?
These are here, all these boxes are here for lights on the back side of the purlin, or we're gonna come on this purlin right here, and we're gonna run 3 junction boxes within the vicinity of the lifts. And then once you get those here, then we'll run an SO cord drop down, and we'll be able to move those.
It'll be like what we have in my garage right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
We'll have a wall pack, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. I think mini split, take care of it.
Yes, sir. A lot of you guys too have been asking, like, is it gonna be insulated? Is it gonna have AC? Yes and yes. I'm gonna go through and answer y'all's questions though here in a second. But I'm gonna have Victoria tell you guys a little bit about what in the world happened. All right, hit me with the deets.
So I was out here and I was talking to the guy that was doing the landscape grading, and all of a sudden the lady behind us, who's been very nice until today. I
actually want to say we met her. She's a very old lady. She's a very old, sweet lady. Well, she was. We met her son, which is like probably in his late 60s. So she's a pretty old lady. We met him, we talked to both of them, we talked about the shop, and they were like cool with it. They're super cool with it. The guy was even like, we've got a
4,000 square square foot.
Yeah, but he's like, I have a 4,000 square foot shop. You're gonna love it. Anyways, so I was pooping while all this happened, so I wasn't a part of it.
She like walks up to our fence line and he goes, oh, your neighbor's coming. And so I thought she was just gonna say like, hey, looking good. And she walks over and there was a styrofoam cup that was left on one of the brick columns over there. Grabs it, opens the lid, pours it out like staring at me. Hi, like, how are you? How's everything? She's like, I'm just frustrated. And I'm like, oh no, what's going on? And she goes, what are y'all doing over here? And it's so loud and there's always trash. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know about the trash. I'll come and pick it up if that's an issue. You should have been doing it all along. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, trash, I'll take care of it.
On our property.
On our
You
property.
should be picking up your trash on your property.
And you took away my view. I can't see anything.
Which
now.
I do want to point out, there was no view anyways because there's freaking trees and vines in between this. She can barely see the shop.
There's one window facing that way that like faces the garage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, we told you we were building a shop. And she's like, and it's just noisy. Like, they're so rowdy and noisy. I'm like, I was trying to be so nice, but I'm like, what do you expect me to do? Like, okay, tear it down now. I was like, well, they're almost done. And she's like, well, it doesn't look like it. They're wrapping up soon.
Yeah, what do you want? You want to come here and manage for us? Because I would like it to be done too.
And she's like, well, I'm so anxious. And what about the water? I'm like, they're working on the water issue right now.
And she started talking about her fence, like,
She's like,
there's no way her fence can possibly get hurt by any of this because like it's all structured, it's all good, and we're about to put grass on it. Nothing's gonna move.
y'all know us, we're really nice people. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And she's like, well, this is just what our neighborhood needs is a shop. And like every house.
Literally,
around
there's
here
a
has
shop
shops.
right there. There's 2 shops, house down. There's like 2 big shops. This guy across from us has like 3 big shops.
Her neighbor on the other side has a shop.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, sorry.
Listen, I mean,
Can't do
at this
anything
point,
about
like,
it.
it's an elderly situation, so it's like maybe there's some dementia involved or something. She forgot, or she's had a bad morning. Maybe she ran out of eggs. You never know, dude. Maybe she's out of her medication.
But I'm like, we're doing it really pretty too. It's not just.
Literally, I mean, every neighbor, I've been like, listen, you guys ever have car troubles, come over, or if you ever just need anything, come over. I've told that to them too, and hopefully, like, maybe she's just having a bad day and it's gonna be good. If not, it sucks for her because we're not going anywhere, so. It is what it is. Didn't think we were gonna have, like, we're in God's country out here, bro. Did not think we were gonna have a bad experience with a neighbor, but I would have filmed it. I would have broke out the phone and filmed it. Boys, I hope you know I love you because I'm sitting outside for this Q&A. It's 103 degrees right now, which means my butt is probably 115. So if you guys don't see your question that you have, 2 options. Go back a couple videos for the shop updates because I have answered tons of different styles of questions throughout the process, or go to my Twitter or Instagram and write me there. If I ever see a mass amount of multiple comments that are the same, I usually lock them in the bank and I answer them through video. So you just keep up with my videos as well because that usually helps. One of the biggest questions is how many cars will you be able to fit in the shop? The idea is to never really have to have a max capacity. I don't really want my collection to be limited by this land. I mean, a point of moving into this house was to have space. So we're going to have multiple lifts. Man, I'm honestly like comfortably, I'm hoping we can have at least 8 cars just like sitting in the shop while still being able to use tools fully and be able to walk around and that sort of deal. Let's say we have like a bad storm or something and there's hail coming and I have a car or 2 in my driveway. I need to just pack everything into my shop. Probably could fit 10 to 12, you know, but that'd probably use all the space. Somebody said, dude, this is a sick idea. That or like a punching bag, something, just let it all out. Tire swing might not be a great idea, but I'm here for it. I'm here for more ideas like this. That sounds sick. A lot of people are actually asking about diesel builds, which I think would be super sick. Maybe even actually do the compound setup right next time because 100 PSI spoolie boys into a Cummins works a little bit better than a little 1.6 liter Honda motor. I'm a very visual person, and so once the shop is done and once Scott is done with like the lights and stuff and I can see everything, I'm then gonna figure out like what do I want. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be shop themed, but we might do like stained wood counters and stuff like that. It would be nice for it to just look sick and nice. As of right now, I'm not doing anything to the floors. Listen, it's 3,100, it's almost 3,200 square feet, and so you have 2 options. You can do epoxy, which you usually have to epoxy once every 5 years or so. And epoxy is anywhere from $3 to $10 a square foot. And you have 3,200 of those, so you're talking about like up to $30,000 to epoxy a shop. Or you can polish the concrete, which would be super cool, but that's also like $3 to $5 a square foot. And I don't know any really good companies around here that does that. So it'd be nice to make it look sick, but right now, like, floor is not really a priority, and we'll get to figure it out as we go. This was just a really interesting comment. Brother, houses can't even do that. Some dude, Scott, asked if the Shank Shack was gonna be able to withstand tornadoes.
I saw it the other day, and I was like...
Bro, houses can't even do that. Listen, we're gonna try and fit at least one more, okay? We could probably fit, like, if I have 12 normal-sized cars, 32 Miatas, I don't know. What color will the shop be? I guess that's been a huge request for you guys to want to know. And you guys obviously saw the back wall. That's obviously not gonna be the full color of the shop. I can't wait for you guys to see the full color scheme. I don't want to talk about it and tell you guys right now because I want you guys to see it before you visualize it in your minds. It's like, I want you guys to just be psyched. It's gonna look really cool for a shop. And she's gonna be pissed that she got mad early because she's gonna look at our shop and be like, damn, that actually is pretty cool. My view's not obstructed now. Dude, honestly, space. With my OCD, it's just super helpful to have a clean work area, like clean space. Even if there's like a dirty section of the shop or like something with tools strewn everywhere, at least being able to walk around everywhere in an open, clean area is just like, that's gonna motivate me and I think psych me up to just do some more stuff. Honestly, the space also where I can keep multiple engines, I can keep cars that don't run, that do run, and who knows? I think the possibilities are endless right now, and that's really what psychs me up. Listen, bros, it was supposed to be done by now. In fact, that's why I've been kind of stressed lately because like I've been waking up every day. I've been filming like the big snippets of what they do. The next video you're gonna see of the update is literally going to be 4 days of work compiled into probably a 3-minute cinematic. That's been like, it's just been annoying because I've been trying to get videos pumping out. There's been a lot of delays with the shop for I don't even know what reason, but the shop should be completely built within the next week. I mean, I say that, I'm crossing my fingers. Like, it honestly should be within like 2 days or so. But once we get the shop built, we still have to install the lifts. Scott's over there. He's working his butt off right now doing the electric. And once we get that, I mean, it comes down to getting stuff delivered and installed and us making a bunch of workbenches and that sort of deal. I actually do not. I don't need that. What kind of machines will it have? Yes, I'm gonna end up having like a welder. I'm gonna learn to do that, but it's gonna have multiple lifts, big industrial air compressor. I'm actually gonna have a press for once, which is really cool because you can do some very special jobs with stuff like that. Honestly, like eventually I might end up doing tire mounting and balancing machines because BenPack actually does carry those and have those. But I'm really like equipping this shop to never limit me. So really whatever I need is what I'm gonna have. Somebody recommended this, the custom doors with your logos, and that's pretty cool. Who knows? That might have to happen. Maybe get some stencil, like a big stencil, or we'll have to do something. Again, this super common question, how many cars will fit inside? But also he says, what will you do with your house garage? Honestly, that's what's cool, is now I can keep Victoria's car in the garage, and I'll probably keep whatever daily that I'll keep the GTR in here most likely. GTR, Tahoe, or you know, whatever we end up getting, Victoria, whatever it is. And I'll keep, like obviously this lift is still gonna be here. I'm gonna keep the lift, and people are actually super wondering about that. I'll keep this for storage space, but it'll be for like lawn care stuff, like a normal garage. But as for the lift, I might keep it open just in case, like, you know, I have a friend that wants to come over and get an oil change or something, or I might just stack my 350Z and my Civic in here and neglect them until I work on them, until I decide to work on them. Will there ever be a supercar in the... Yeah, right there. We're gonna be working with a company called Mr. Cool. It's a DIY setup that uses a mini split type AC unit, and we're doing 2 of them. Obviously it's a big shop, and to answer your question, I don't know if the next one says it, but a lot of people are asking if it's gonna be insulated. I know I said that earlier. It will be insulated. It's not gonna feel like a Coca-Cola can working in the shop, but we're gonna have 2 HVAC units good enough for 4,000 square feet. And that is what psychs me up, because those of you who haven't been to Texas just don't understand. It's nearly impossible right now to be working in a garage. So I actually found a bunch of ads like on Facebook, and I think this guy might have been an ad on Facebook, I don't know. But I sent a bunch of people messages. This guy I messaged, and within a day he had a quote back for me. So I will say, like, it didn't really take me that long to plan all this out because I wasn't having to go and find different people for different jobs except for like electric work. This guy subcontracts out grading, paving, and the building part. And so I didn't have to do that. I really, if you build a shop, I don't recommend finding separate companies to do it. If you find one contractor who actually has his own subcontractors or trusted people that he works with, contractors are sketchy. I think there's a saying that every 3 seconds, a contractor's cousin dies or something like that, and it gives them an excuse to not work for the day. I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up. It really didn't take that long to plan it. Now, obviously we've been planning where the location's gonna be and like that since the day we moved in the house. In fact, before we even moved into the house, we were tape measuring, and we were using tape measures and stuff like that. I mean, we really did put a lot of thought and effort into all this, but really, when it came down to it, it was just like a play-by-play and just like, hey, where do you want this? Where do you want this? And so it really was not that bad. I always like this question. I'm gonna be honest, man, it's absolutely surreal, but you know, I can't say that at any certain time I would ever be like surprised. You know, I think whenever you have a hard work ethic, you work really hard, and you put 100% into whatever you do, eventually something's gonna work out in your favor. Eventually, you're gonna get there. I'm very thankful that it didn't take me to 35 or 40 or 50 years old to have this. But you know, I don't think it would have surprised me. Now, I will say, I went to college and I contemplated not doing YouTube, and I'm very thankful for the paths I chose. If anything, I guess the best answer is like, no matter what, I'm thankful. And even if I didn't, I'm still thankful. And hopefully it just keeps growing. So these are the main questions that I've had from you guys. And right now, I got so much sweat, it's under my titties. My camera actually is about to overheat. It has a little thing right here on my screen. It has a thermometer, and it is saying, I am about to shut off. Let me open up my weather app. Oh, here we go. I don't know if you guys can read that. That's the degrees. That's the temperature it is outside right now. Today was eventful, and I'm glad I was honestly like super weird, and that's definitely kind of unfortunate because this building is a little bit permanent, and so it's a little odd that we now have a neighbor that might be hostile towards us, and that kind of sucks. But you know, we love all the people around us, and we would do anything for them. You better believe your boy Boogaloo out here at night watching over the properties and stuff. Like, I'm here for these guys, but hopefully, you know, we end up making it pretty enough to where it's not a big deal, and maybe she's just having a bad day. So you know what, best thing you can do for that type of deal is just to be really nice, because it's not worth arguing about, because the internal temp too high. Alright, I think we cooled down. My camera just shut off by itself because it's too hot outside. It's that hot. If something like that happens, you just gotta be nice. What are you gonna do? Hey, let's not be friends for forever until you're not here anymore. Like, maybe that's what I should leave you guys with today. You have no reason not to be kind. We've all got pasts. We all got stuff to be angry about. I get it. But there's no reason not to be kind. Especially if somebody's not being kind to you. Just, you know, it's just easy. It's easy to do. You wouldn't believe how easy it would be. It is to just be a nice person. So just try it. Give it a shot. Spread some love. You guys have an amazing day. Catch you later. Guess what? I got 2 videos for you boys, and you should watch them. Also, there's a little circle on the left. It's like you can hit subscribe. Yeah, you should. Oh, excuse me. You should do that.